The story begins with a man named Thomas who comes back home only to get some really bad news. He finds out his sister has been kidnapped. She had managed to send a letter to their father, and in it, she wrote that if they ever wanted to see her alive again, someone had to come to a specific island and pay a ransom for her freedom. If not, the kidnappers were going to kill her. Without wasting any time, Thomas gets ready to go save his sister. He starts his journey on a train and eventually reaches the coast, where he has to catch a boat to get to the island. Right before he gets on the boat, Thomas notices something strange. His ticket looks different from everyone else's. Feeling like something is wrong, he acts fast and cleverly swaps his ticket with another man. Once he's on the boat, he spots the man he swapped tickets with and notices there's a cross mark on the guy's belongings. The boat arrives at the island the next morning, and Thomas watches as some people take that man away somewhere. The newcomers are welcomed to the island and each given an empty bottle. Thomas goes to his assigned room and finds a book written by the leader of the island, a man named Malcolm. Malcolm claims he became an angel after arriving on the island and considers himself the father of the place. It turns out most of the people living there are actually criminals who ran away to the island to hide from the government. The next morning, Thomas meets a doctor who happens to be Malcolm's daughter. While looking around, he sees the man from the boat being held captive. The poor guy is in terrible shape. Later, Thomas goes to the church where everyone on the island has gathered. There, Malcolm tells everyone the story of how they started living on the island and how it grew over time. Malcolm explains that they were all criminals who escaped prison and found a happy life here. He tells them that the goddess of the island saved them and chose him to be an angel. He promises the people that there are no taxes, no wars, and that they are truly free. While this is happening, a woman passes by outside the church. Strangely, Thomas is the only one who notices her at first. Then Malcolm sees her too, and he notices Thomas watching her. Meanwhile, the kidnappers realize they've made a big mistake. They didn't find any money on the man they caught and realize the person who actually came to save the girl is hiding among the villagers. This makes them angry, and they kill the man they were holding. In another part of the village, we find out that the daughter of one of Malcolm's friends is in a secret relationship with the son of another friend. The boy's name is Jeremy. That night, Thomas wanders around and sees the newcomers collecting blood in their bottles. He follows Malcolm and sees him using a secret tunnel underneath his house. On his way back, Thomas runs into Jeremy and his girlfriend. He realizes they are together in secret. When he gets back to his place, he sees blood bottles left outside every door. He quickly fills his bottle with blood from another one and hangs it outside his own door. As he's opening his door, he accidentally cuts his hand on the key and some blood drops on the floor. While he's in his room, a scary-looking lady comes by and starts licking the blood off the ground. Thomas then tears a page out of Malcolm's book and draws a map on it. The story then shows us a house far away in the forest. Malcolm comes out of the other end of that secret tunnel and goes inside the house, which is guarded by a very scary servant. The next morning, Jeremy comes to get Thomas for work and thanks him for not telling anyone about his secret relationship. Thomas uses this chance to ask about his sister. Jeremy doesn't want to talk at first, but after Thomas gets rough with him, Jeremy talks. He explains that a month ago, Malcolm and his inner circle kidnapped Thomas's sister to get money from their father. He says the island is dying, the crops are failing, and the animals won't breed. They need money to buy food from the outside, or everyone will starve to death. Thomas tells Jeremy that if he wants to keep his secret, he has to help him, and Jeremy agrees. Malcolm calls all the newcomers to the church to introduce them, but his real goal is to find the man who came to save the girl. He makes everyone memorize his book and starts testing them on it. Before it's Thomas's turn, a man sent by the king tries to assassinate Malcolm because the king sees him as an enemy. Thomas actually saves Malcolm's life, but gets hurt in the process. The attacker is killed, and Malcolm takes Thomas to his daughter, the doctor, to get fixed up. Malcolm is so grateful that he promises to be loyal to Thomas forever. Even so, Malcolm and his friends are still hunting for the intruder. That night, they bring Thomas's sister out in front of everyone. Malcolm claims she's a spy for the king and says her partner is hiding in the village. He threatens to kill her if the man doesn't show himself. Thomas is terrified but stays hidden, so their plan to lure him out fails. The next morning, the sister is chained up, and some kids are mean to her until Malcolm's daughter chases them away and gives her food. Malcolm and his partner plan a festival for that night, intending to search everyone's houses while they are busy partying. During the festival, Thomas uses Jeremy's help to break through a wall in Malcolm's house and get into the tunnel. However, while searching the village, Malcolm finds the map Thomas drew in his room. Suspecting Thomas is in his house, Malcolm sends Jeremy's father to catch him. Jeremy's dad finds Jeremy outside the house, but lets him run away because he realizes his son is helping Thomas. Then, Malcolm's rival friend goes into the tunnel to find Thomas, while Malcolm's daughter watches everything. Malcolm gets on his horse and heads to the other end of the tunnel. The exits are blocked, so Thomas has to crawl through a stream of blood in the tunnel to get away. He runs into that scary woman again and flees to a different section where he finds old symbols of the island's goddess. Meanwhile, Malcolm goes to the forest house where he has the goddess locked up. He's angry and asks her if she showed herself to Thomas. He cuts his hand and forces the goddess to drink his blood, telling her she'll starve if she keeps making the crops fail. Suddenly, leaves and flowers start growing on dead branches. At that moment, the scary servant brings Thomas's sister in a sack and hangs her up. Thomas hides in the tunnel all night. In the morning, Malcolm's daughter brings him clean clothes and wants to help. Thomas is confused why the daughter of the man trying to kill him is helping, but then he tells her the truth, that her father isn't an angel, he's a kidnapper. She feels bad for him and hides him in the dead fields where no one goes. Malcolm goes to find his friend, but the friend is at the shore trying to leave the island with his son. Malcolm stops him, saying they built this place together and he can't leave. Around the same time, Jeremy finds out his girlfriend is pregnant. He goes to get her something, but her father finds out about the baby. The father tells her the baby will be her death. When Jeremy comes back, he finds that the father has killed the girl. Jeremy attacks the father, but the father runs away and tells the villagers that Jeremy is the killer. The father claims he is the victim and tells the guards to purify Jeremy. The guards listen to him instead of Malcolm, showing that Malcolm is losing control. They catch Jeremy in the fields and take him away, even though Malcolm's daughter and Thomas try to stop them. The rival friend orders the guards to kill Jeremy in a purification ritual. By the time Thomas, Malcolm, and Jeremy's father arrive, Jeremy is already dead. Jeremy's father is heartbroken. The rival friend then challenges Malcolm, calling him a fake angel and telling him to kill Thomas to prove his power. Malcolm's daughter tries to stop it, but just as Malcolm is about to act, a gunshot goes off. It's Jeremy's dad. He tells Thomas to go burn the goddess and then runs into the woods. Thomas fights off the guards and follows him. At the forest house, the scary servant kills Jeremy's dad, but with his last breath, the dad tells Thomas to burn it all down. Thomas sneaks inside and sees the servant forcing the goddess to drink blood, which makes the plants grow. Thomas finds his sister in the sack and gets her out, but the servant knocks him unconscious. The rival friend shows up, takes the sister, and then goes and arrests Malcolm's daughter too. When Thomas wakes up, he's tied to a meat-grinding machine. He manages to get free just in time, though he hurts his hand. He then manages to kill the scary servant by throwing him into the grinder. He goes to the goddess, who tells him she's been waiting for him. She shows him a vision of how Malcolm and his friends captured and tortured her for years. She begs Thomas to set her free. Thomas sets her on fire, and as she burns, all the houses in the village catch fire too. The villagers start running for the boats. Malcolm escapes his house, but his rival friend has locked the two girls in the church. The friend explains that the goddess was basically a machine. They fed her blood, and she gave them wealth. He says they used to use animal blood, but when she got angry and stopped working, they switched to human blood. He's about to kill the girls when Thomas arrives and attacks him. The girls free themselves with a key. The bad guy stabs Thomas, but the girls use their chains to strangle and kill the man. Thomas is bleeding out and tells the girls to run to the boat. His sister doesn't want to leave him, but he tells her he promised to save her and that she has to go. They leave with heavy hearts. Malcolm walks over and sees that everywhere Thomas's blood has dripped, new green plants are growing. Thomas smiles as he lies on the ground, and the plants reach up and wrap around him. Malcolm smiles too, realizing that Thomas has become the new heart of the island. Because of Thomas's sacrifice, the island will be fertile and wealthy again,